Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ib of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between Liquid Taeja and Complexity's Killer. It is a PvT on Metropolis, and I can't wait to see this game because, well, it is a Taeja game, and I love watching Taeja play. He is probably my favorite Terran player, and I don't know why, because I don't really know anything about Taeja's personal life. He's not like MC, who does those amazing ceremonies and is just a crowd pleaser, doesn't go and cast games for funsies. He is just good to watch, very entertaining, very macro-oriented. There is never a time when his barracks are idle, and he almost never supply capped himself. The only time I've ever seen Taeja supply capped is when he's under attack and his supply depots actually get taken out. We will get to see him go up against Col.Killer, who is a very good Protoss. Despite not having many results to his name, he is a former Brood War player, and he did just recently move into the MVP team house, where he will become so good, so quickly. Going to be practicing with some of the best players around, and even practicing with MVP himself. So he has probably got a pretty darn killer TVP, or PVT I should say, because he is the Protoss. He is going to be building that gateway at 12. Not going to go scout after that, because he did scout after the 9 pylon. And he will be making his way into Taeja's base. Seeing that Taeja hasn't walled off yet, we'll also see this one gas. And this is enough to tell him, okay, it's not going to be a gasless expand. There is going to most likely be a factory or a tech lab go down on this barracks. Something for that gas. So we'll see how long Killer can stay in the base and what Taeja ends up doing. The scout is definitely good because Taeja, up to no good when you're getting a gas that early. Of course, in lower league play, it is very common. But in the pro play on Metropolis, where it's so easy to defend, this is a little bit out of the ordinary. And the probe does see the barracks complete at 2:45, so he knows that the barracks did get placed before the gas, but he saw it anyway, so not a big deal. Sees the next supply depot, so he knows it's probably not going to be a 2 racks right now, and is actually placing a pylon next to the barracks, saying, nope, no tech lab for you. Of course, it could lift up and get it, but then a Protoss player would know exactly what is going down, so most likely he's going to get one Stalker out of this gateway and then go for an expand. That one pylon does say, okay, Taeja, you're not going to be attacking me at all in this early game. And the factory is going to be placed. This almost kind of guarantees a 1-1-1 unless Taeja wants to go for an inefficient 1-racks expand, because now Complexity Killer, seeing that next supply depot, says, oh, and the probe keeps coming up to see if he can sneak in to get a scout. But seeing that supply depot says, okay, it's not a 2-racks. Taking out the tech lab says, okay, there's no Reapers or Marauders. What are you going to use your gas for? A factory. What else are you going to use it for? Well, you're not going to just stop at factory. You're going to might as well go up to the starport. So right now, Protoss player knows it's going to be a 1-1-1. What type of 1-1-1? Is it going to be tanks, medevac drops, banshees, whatever? He doesn't know, but at least he knows it is a 1-1-1, which means he is safe to take a 1-gate expand. And if he doesn't take a 1-gate expand, that would be actually relatively bad. Against a 1-1-1, it may sound a little bit odd, but you want to defend it with 1-gate expand. And then, I generally like going up into Blink Stalkers, but we don't see this next gas. This next gas something will tell us if he's going to go into tech or just a lot of units. He is starting that sentry count up, and I don't know if he needs to do that. I would much prefer playing risky and just going up to tech, because a Protoss player, Killer, should know the attack shouldn't come until like the 7 or 8 minute mark at the latest. But we do see Taeja moving out with a handful of Marines. The Stalker is on this watchtower, so he will know if they are coming, and Cloak is on the way for Taeja right now. So this will be Cloaked Banshees. And this is the least of the all-in-ish of the 1-1-1s. Maybe the medevac isn't all-in at all, but you really don't see the medevac 1-1-1 nowadays. You generally see the mass tank build, but Taeja going to be going with the Banshees. This does allow him to get a expand behind it, because just like Mutas, if the Protoss leaves his base, the Banshees come in and deal a lot of damage. We do have more gateways and a robo facility being built, because, again, does he know about the Cloaked Banshee? No, he doesn't, and this is why Killer is in a Grandmaster Crane, and I am not, because he gets the read off, gets this observer out, and Blink Stalkers may not be so good anymore. Blink Stalkers not the best against Banshees, because you do delay that observer. We do see the Cloak just about finished. Is there a Banshee out on the map? Yes, there is. was going to be going this way, and oh my god, the probe does come in and sees the Banshee. You could see these Marines picking the Stalker off the watchtower. And then Killer sent a probe down here because the Banshee was taking a shortcut, and it did get scouted, so the Stalker's going to be in a position to deal with the Banshees. What an excellent move by Killer, getting that vital scouting information. Definitely going to get an Observer first instead of an Immortal. He may have got an Observer, he didn't know it was Banshees, to go up against tanks. But knowing it was a Banshee, he did immediately get his Observer. The Banshee is going to come in at around the 740 mark, does cloak. Observer is out. And the Banshee takes some damage, only going up to 4 kills. Not exactly worth it. That is a big investment to get the cloak in too. But Taeja not going to stop at 1 Banshee. He's not going to stop at 2 Banshees. He is building a 3rd Banshee along with an expanded that has been built and building yet another expand. So Taeja not all in off this at all, and just going to do kind of a Banshee contain, which I haven't seen all that much of, but I was reading about it on Team Liquid. This is how you do a 1-1-1 expand, and then you can transition into mech. And we'll see if that's exactly what Taeja does. I don't think he would, just because Taeja I've never actually seen go mech, not even in TBTs or TVZ. He is definitely a bio-favored player. He loves that bio play. Observer now going to be coming in to see exactly what Taeja is up to, because he has no idea about anything. We'll be seeing this 3rd command center, possibly the Observer just missing it. As a Banshee does come in, will be not getting anything, does get scared away immediately. With 3 Banshees out on the map, he can do some damage. This Observer sees the 2nd base, but does not know about that 3rd command center. Another barracks going up, so it looks like Taeja will be going into bio play. No surprise there, but it is Metropolis, and this is a map very nice for mech. I don't know how it plays in TVP, because I just don't know how mech really plays in TVP at all. But if you get a bunch of tanks on these high grounds right here, very easy to defend. And look, you can easily go up on 5 bases. This is the only entrance into all of these bases down here. So getting a lot of tanks to secure that area would be definitely good. We do have siege mode on the way, so Taeja will be getting quite a few tanks, probably just for defensive purposes, and then we'll be moving out with Marine tank Banshees, which I guess it is kind of that late all-in, or the late 1-1-1 all-in type build. We do have a 3rd base being built by Killer. Keep in mind, Taeja does have his 3rd orbital up, just not landed at a base just yet. 47 SCVs, 249 probes. And we still have Taeja building those Banshees out going into this. He will have 5 Banshees. And no, maybe stopping at 4. Yeah, going to be stopping at 4 Banshees, 14 Marines, 1 Raven, 2 tanks versus the 1 Immortal, 5 Stalkers, and a Sentry. Of course, you got those 3 Zealots. Also, 3 Observers just going around the map just to try to scout for everything. 1 staying back here on kind of a patrol, see if anything is coming. Keeps 1 at his main most likely, and 1 down at his natural, it looks like. I don't know where that other one is. Scans are going down, going to the units. We only have a Raven and these Banshees, so a point defense road could come down if the Raven was with these Banshees, and then possibly take out some Stalkers, but it looks like he is leaving that back at home. Going to be getting medevacs out now, it looks like, on that 1 starport. Banshees are going to come in and take out those Stalkers. Gets 2 Stalkers down immediately, and the probes have already retreated. The Colossus trying to go out a little bit too quick, not getting that Observer speed, and that could be a mistake against these cloaked Banshees. They will be able to do quite a bit of damage. This 1 pylon will be falling, and it doesn't supply cap 1 bit, just is annoying. And 1 Banshee goes down, the next one will not go down. Gets so close, but no cigar for Killer there. We do have the floating factory for Taeja. Definitely going to be going up into bioplay. Not going to be getting too many tanks. I think he only has 2 tanks out. And getting Vikings now instead of medevacs, and I really like this play. This is, I hope he does be aggressive with this. He may have got the Vikings because he saw the Colossus, but he has Raven, Banshee, and Vikings. What can he do? He can easily put a point defense drone down, snipe the Observer, kill the Stalkers with cloaked Banshees, and then do a lot of damage. This is a very annoying hit squad from Taeja with these Banshees, Raven, and Vikings. And I think the Vikings deal 20 damage per volley. Yep, 20 damage per volley against Observers. So in 3 Viking shots, the Observer will get taken out, so they don't last too long against those Vikings. +1 armor being researched by Killer. If Killer knew this was coming, it may even be smart to get +1 shield to turn that into 4 attacks from the Vikings instead of just 3. And Taeja, he isn't getting any ship weapons, so that would definitely help. And also help his ground force as well. The Raven is going to come out, and we're going to verify that. Yep, 3 volleys from those Vikings to take out an observer. Of course, if they have +1 shield, then they would survive 1 more. Another observer is being built. Do we have that upgrade yet? No upgrade for the observers just yet. And Taeja going to be moving out with a handful of bio at the same time as this very abusive hit squad. And the Vikings are getting in position. Raven showing up just a little bit too late, but keep in mind the Bioforce is going out. We do have the watchtowers by Killer. And that observer has fallen. There is a point defense drone. And now these Banshees are going to be free to just chill out right here. We do have observer sitting right here for Killer. Banshee staying underneath this point defense drone. And it looks like Taeja does back off as Killer does have a handful of classes to deal with his Bioforce. Taeja built another command center here, has of course taken his 3rd base. He's mined about 33% from his 3rd. Killer has mined just around, I'd say, 25% from his 3rd base, so Taeja definitely mining a little bit more. And of course, will be on that 4th base much earlier. Now the question is, does he take this base way down here, or does he go up for this, or even, will he take a Raven and Banshees take up the Tumor and Ninja one of the islands? That would be so cool. Something you do with this play is take those island expos. Taeja gearing up to do a drop with his Banshees and Vikings and Raven. Definitely making all the use out of this small composition. Pylon is going to go down instantly, and here we go. The drop does come down. We do have the point defense turn up. Killer decided not to take it out. Colossus do come back at the same time. We do have Taeja going up to attack the 4th base. It looks like with just these 2 tanks. That is a little bit odd. Zealot is going to be chasing these tanks. Taeja is maxed out, so maybe he just doesn't want those tanks anymore. We do have +1 attack on his air and 1-1 on the ground. Over into a Protoss. He is at 2-2, but not started his 3-3 yet, while Taeja starting his +2 armor and getting Mobius Reactor for the Ghost so he can get some EMPs off. Engagement going down right here. There's Banshees and Vikings going to start working their way on this, but Templar are coming in. And Taeja could be in a little bit of trouble right here, as that is a lot of Protoss. Gonna get the stim off. Big Storm goes down, and still has some more Templars. Gonna stim a few units, and try to snipe those Templars. Only gets 1 right there. Feedback's going off on the medivacs. No healing for you, and that means when Taeja does stim, there's gonna be no more healing, which means Taeja units are gonna go in the deep red, so Killer choosing not to engage this. Just wants to bait stims. If Taeja does stim again, his units will take severe damage. And nope, choosing not to stim, being very cautious about that because, again, he cannot heal. Taeja going up, researching that +3 infantry weapons. Whoa, he is going to be at 3-2 very soon, while 3-3 is on the way for the Protoss. Taeja now going to be gearing up to take his 4th base, as it is being taken later than Killer's, as Killer just now getting that base up. The SCV transfer does beat Killer's probe transfer over at this 1 base. We do have a Zealot just watching over here. Taeja has control of this base, and looks like a drop is coming in, and 1 probe does see it immediately. The medevac is going to come up and drop the guys over here. I have no clue what that was all about. Now going to be coming in, tries to take out this pylon, canceling all those Zealots, and now going to be cutting his way back up here, doing whatever damage he can. Not doing anything else, just going to be getting up in the medevacs. 1 Marauder does go down in that medevac. That was full. Oh my god, Blink goes off, takes out yet another medevac. 167 supply to 155. Taeja in the lead still, but that was 2 full medevacs lost. Actually, yeah, 2 full medevacs and a Marauder lost. Definitely not a good engagement there. Was cute that he got the cancel off on all those Zealots. We do have Taeja taking another base, so he is going to be way ahead in the Seacon. I wouldn't say way ahead, just ahead. And that does play a role because both these players are at 200. So Taeja, he's going to be mining so much gas. Once his units die, he's just going to insta-rebuild. If he does build more barracks, which he has 3 more racks on the way, going to have so many barracks So once his units die, he's going to be able to just remax very quickly, which is smart. We don't see Killer really doing that. Scan does go down. Stim does go off on this one zealot, takes it out. Tries to get this one washout. Taeja wants to engage this, and ooh, baits a nice storm there. That storm wasn't nice. The bait was nice. And just going over to count all the gateways really fast, it looks like he has around, that's 13 gates. Taeja going into his barracks has, oh whoa, gotta get off those gate counts. Doesn't have all that many barracks, but you gotta keep in mind, does have, well, this base did go down. Sad news, you can see the Zealots just taking out those gases. That will slow down the gas income. Taeja just transfers all the way down here, going in the workers killed. Taeja has killed 12 probes. The Protoss has killed 5 SCVs. We do have Warp Prism use now being used. Oh my god! There's a High Templars in those Warp Prisms. That is a very speedy Warp Prism with High Templars. This could be vicious to an economy line. And it's going to be happening right when the Protoss tries to go here. Scan does go down. Taeja maybe reacting to that death ball in the middle of the map. But there are 4 Templars in here. Will he go for the Econ, or is he just going to go in behind the army and go for those flank storms? No, he is going to be coming in here. Will Taeja pull? It's not that much, to be honest. Hyping all that up. Not all that much. Mule's about halfway dead already. Gets those storms off and is going to get on up. One of those Templars either died, or it looks like, yeah, one of those Templars did die. I think a Ghost was there, sniped one to death, and got feedback. Ghost going to be cloaking in. Get some EMPs off. But plenty of feedbacks go off on those Ghosts, and now the Stim does come down. And a Protoss player is backing up that Warp Prism. Not going in anywhere. I don't know what happened to the Warp Prism. Needs to bring that back and get storms off on this bio, because those EMPs, they were more than just good. They were extraordinary. And Taeja just going to run in here. And I think that's going to be it, but we will be watching that battle yet again. And 3 armor now just finishing for Taeja. And yeah, I hate to say it, but that battle, that was one-sided. Colossus does fall, and we will have to watch that again. Will we have anything crazy go on? I don't know what happened to that Warp Prism. There goes the GG, but we have to see that again. Okay. Because I don't really understand what just happened. Maybe he just didn't get any of these storms off. He's got a... Whoa! He's got a lot of Templars. So he just whooped in Templar. And I think this may be part of the reason. So, we'll go to his Templar account. Just morphs in 4 Templars. So he's only got 2, I think? No, he's going to have 8 Templars right here. No, he can't. He's got 3 here. So this must be 5? Or maybe it's not counting because they aren't fully warped in yet. Okay, that must be it. So right here, he's got 8 Templars. 4 of them have 200 energy. Now it goes to 3 Archons. So now he is just losing 400 energy, which is going to be 4 Storms. That, not too good so far. So 4 Storms, not good. So it doesn't look like he really gets any Storms off. And these Colossus did get EMP'd. The Archon's way behind. So they join late. There's enough Vikings here right now that are at 2-0 upgrades to just one volley all the Colossus down. And that is exactly what happened. So those Vikings come and those Colossus like, oh no! And there's the Warp Prism. And it does get taken... It gets taken out way in the back lines. Holy cow. So, what Killer really needed to do is get this Warp Prism, drop the High Templars, and storm the bio. Instead, Warp Prism goes on a mission to nowhere, flies over the army, and just randomly blows up. And that is all she wrote. The Vikings take out the Colossus. The Bioforce is just too much. Very well played by Taeja, but I think Killer making a huge mistake with that Warp Prism, and that explains the whole battle, wasting those 2 High Templars that could have been Storms, not getting a single storm off in the battle, and then the 3 High Templars that come in from the back through the Warp Prism do just drop dead. Not too good. Small blunder there, but up till then, that game was absolutely amazing. Big props for IPL for releasing these replays. This was another one of those caster application possible videos. Of course, I can only submit one. I submitted it yesterday, but that's not going to stop me from casting great games, guys. Going to cast the other one probably later. And then, over the weekend, holy cow, do we have a lot. We have a replay pack from Liquid Zenio. We got a BO5, I believe, from Desro and TLO. We got a BO7 between White Raw and someone. And then we got IPL replays. So, from now till, well, from tomorrow probably till Sunday, Monday, you're going to get a lot of games. So definitely subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more often I will be casting throughout this weekend. So, if you want more games, subscribe. Maybe instead of 6 tomorrow, it will be 8. Who knows what I'll do, but going in the unit tiers now, we can see like the insane macro, like how many stuff he had late. This is 11 Ghost being built. Like, second everything starts dying. Oh, whoa. Wrong monitor. There we go. Okay. That is actually 16 Ghost. Oh no, 11 Ghost, 5 Marauders. So that is 32 supply built in a blink of an eye because he was at 200. Not shabby. A lot of supply. That means he had at least 16 barracks. Pretty darn cool. Or maybe that's 2 production cycles. Let's go to... It looks like he had 9 barracks, I would say. 9 Ghost started up, and then he gets some stuff. Oh, let's go over into the abilities, and that will probably conclude the cast. So, we can see, like, before that battle, 21 minutes. The game was 24 minutes. So this, before the battle, 7 storms goes up to 11. When does that? 22 minutes. So 22:48. That is pretty much the last storm he uses. And show you guys what 22:48 looks like. So you can see those last storms, if they were used in the battle at all and just whiff them, or if you just didn't use any in battle. It looks like he's just not going to use any in the battle. There we go. There's the storms used right here. No more storms go out the rest of this game. And EMPs go off. So when you get EMPs and no storms, you're going to have a bad time. That is all you can say about that. Something very interesting, that only 22 stims. That is not all that many. He's only pressed T 22 times. That doesn't mean 22 units stimmed. That just means he stimmed 22 times. Not all that much, considering the game was 24 minutes. Less than a stim per minute. We do have cloaks and all that jazz. Relatively entertaining game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, no, not tomorrow. Later today. Come on. It's a weekend for me. I only work Monday to Thursday. So, later today, I'll get another cast in. Take care. Peace out. Yeah.